everybody, it's Em with Fret Planet. So, as a guitar teacher, I've had a chance over the years to make some observations about a lot of different guitar styles from a lot of different players. And it's been through the years, too, so I've seen some developments in the guitar world since I've been a player and since I've been a teacher. So, today I'm going to make some observations about a guitar player named Miyavi. That's M-I-Y-A-V-I. I'm going to watch a live performance video from his Facebook page. It's entitled Firebird, live in New York City, so that should be fun. Now, I've seen some of Miyavi's videos before, and I'm somewhat familiar with his technique. So, let me just tell you what I think. I've never seen this exact video before, so let's check it out. Starting right off with the I'm on fire lyrics.
We're gonna fly again and again and again.
Like Feel so motivated. Yeah.
Let's go.
So very, very motivational, pounding rhythm straight out at you, hitting hard. It's like the new wave of arena. Yeah. Okay, I think that's a good place to pause, even though I really don't want to. But I noticed he's got some wicked Telecaster twang going on there, and he's playing it through a Marshall half stack, so which is really awesome. I'll talk about that in a second. Now, one of the things is, like, let's say 20 years ago or more, we didn't see that many people, although it had been done a little bit, we didn't see that many people in like the super hard rock genres playing Telecasters. People used to associate those exclusively with like country twang or clean tones or very lightly overdriven tones. And then when Tom Morello and John Five and Jim Root came out with Telecasters, and I know John Five and Jim Root at least have their own signature tellies. Maybe Tom Morello does too, I don't know. You know, they were applying some really, really heavy tones to those and playing in a different way than was considered kind of traditional telly routine. So it's cool to see Miyavi taking that even further. I mean, and he's even keeping the twang in it. I don't know how he's getting such a twangy tone out of a Marshall half stack. I would never think about plugging my Telecaster right here into a Marshall half stack. I've tried it before, and I wasn't able to make it sound good. So if anybody out there knows how to get that tone that Miyavi's using out of that Marshall and a Telecaster, please let me know. I want to know how to dial that in. It's super cool. All right, let's keep going. Oh yeah, slapping and popping all over the place. And he's like doing it all while he's moving around and crouching down, bending down. Big feeling. I like that. Alright, I'm going to pause right there. He's gotten into the solo a little bit, which I'll talk about in a second, but just rhythmically, with that pounding rhythm and the slapping and popping, it's like he's the Les Claypool of guitar, right? Those are kind of the sounds that Les was coming out with on the bass guitar, and people were freaking out when they first heard that. I'm feeling the same vibe here from guitar. So, let's take a look at the solo, which he just started. can't beat the sustain on there. Yeah, New York City. All right. So that tone that he's using for the solo, I don't know what to call it. I don't know if it's like distortion or if it's like some kind of synthy thing or if it's like squeaky or screamy or singing or whatever it is. That's got Tom Morello written all over it. I mean, I wonder if he's influenced by him tone-wise and in other ways, because that's what that reminds me of. The first time I heard Tom Morello solo, and you couldn't tell if it was like, is that a guitar? Is that a synth? What is he doing to get that tone? It was like a mystery to us. Let's check the rest of it out. Got the whole crowd singing fire, fire, fire. So limited amounts of lyrics, but like just enough to keep people engaged, because people like hearing lyrics and voices and things. I think he held a note for like 20 seconds there. Sounds like something from outer space, Okay, that's the end of it right there. That was awesome. I would love to see him perform. So what I'm seeing here is somebody who, as cheesy as it sounds, is kind of redefining what it means to play this instrument. I mean, guitar has gone through a few phases of common techniques. For example, the first phase being kind of the classical style and the early folk styles, all the way up until the popularization of the electric guitar. First, we were just limited to the capabilities of the acoustic. And there's a ton, obviously, that has been done with that for hundreds of years. Okay, then we have the birth of the electric guitar up until kind of the maturing of, or what I thought was the maturing of guitar technique. Like, for example, players like Jimi Hendrix are always on the top of those, top 10 or top 50 or top 100 guitar players list. He, and along with several other guitar players, kind of took guitar technique and finalized, pushing it into the electric era and doing things like using distortion and lots of volume and reverb and a wah-wah pedal and other things like that. But even aside from the gear, doing different things technique-wise, like super long bends with insane sustain, right? Can you make that happen on an acoustic guitar and have it have as much sustain and punch? Well, not really. I mean, you got to be playing an electric guitar through an amp and in order to really get that effect. What's happening now is kind of like the third phase in the kind of maturing of what it means to use guitar technique. There are things that this cat Miyavi and other similar guitar players are doing that didn't used to be kind of in the normal, guitar technique kind of routine. So the slapping and popping type of thing and the exclusive like tapping playing type of thing, it's no longer like a way out there technique. It's becoming part of kind of common guitar technique. So imagine 50 years from now, things like that are going to be considered, just normal things that you learn to do on the guitar. Just like Jimi Hendrix's bends and some of the techniques that he used that weren't possible before the electric guitar, are considered normal now and just part of playing the instrument. So that's what I mean by redefining. So I'm looking forward to seeing what this cat does now and in the future. I'm going to have to go see him sometime. By the way, he's touring the U.S. and Canada this summer. So for my North American people, check out his Facebook page. He's got some details about that on there. As well as you can buy tickets at miyavi.com. That's MIYAVI.com. And you can read a little bit more about the person. I see that he's got some philanthropic pursuits. that he's undergoing right now. So what a guy, right? So go read about him. Thanks for watching my reaction video, and let me know what you think. Cheers.